This game has a special place in my heart, and in this video I'm gonna share with you why. CYGNI All Guns Blazing is a classic shoot 'em up game with a modern twist. It's a high-octane, action-packed game where you pilot a spaceship, blasting your way through waves of enemies. A beautiful, absolutely stunning twin-stick vertical scrolling shooter hybrid with beautiful cinematic flair as well. The developer shared with me a key for the game so I can review it and share my honest review with you, so let's begin. First of all, which platform this game is available on? Available for PC on Steam, Xbox optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and the PlayStation 5. Now, according to the developer, the game does support Steam Deck, but it's not verified, but it is playable. It was reviewed by Valve and it is in playable status, and they mentioned that the only reason it's like that based on text in the menu not large enough, or as the developer said, not as large as they needed to be, but basically no impact on gameplay, so you might expect it to turn into verified later on, but it's definitely playable on the Steam Deck. You play as a female protagonist, an Orca spaceship pilot. The setting is a distant planet, CYGNI, where humanity has established a colony that's now under attack by a hostile alien race. The core gameplay loop is simple: fly, shoot, and survive. You control your ship, dodging enemy fire while firing back. There's a strategic element though. You can allocate power between your weapons and shields. This means you'll have to make split-second decisions about whether to focus on offense or defense. You can play the game solo, it has a campaign, it also has an arcade game mode, and you can play it co-op as well. And once you think you master the game, you can challenge the global leaderboard. Try to get the highest score, there's also kill streak to increase your score, and more. You can play a keyboard and mouse or a controller. I personally prefer the controller, and basically there's a cute tutorial that will teach you the basic. Not worries, these are not the graphics as we've seen before, just the tutorial section. There are ground units, air units, and you can switch between different weapons to target each one. As you limit enemies, you're going to find these energy drops, which you need to collect because this will charge your shield. Now the shield will charge automatically, but in order to assign it to your weapons, you need to do it manually. This means you're going to take from the defense and put it into offense. There's a gauge visible showing you the weapon energy slot and the shield energy slots. Once you finish the tutorial, you can just go and try yourself in the campaign. There are different stages with boss fights, and you need to of course clear everything in order to move to the next stage. The HUD itself is very detailed, give you all the information that you need, the lives, the kill streak, scores, and so on. There's also badges you can unlock as you progress and do well in certain things that requires you to unlock them. And upgrades, which allows you to have different presets for the gun and for the drones, the different spread. You can even save the designs. Upgrade different weapons with currency that you get when you get extra energy drops and you don't need them, you're going to accumulate for you and you can use them later on to upgrade. There's also special upgrades, as you can see, air to air, air to surface, weapon mass distractions, and you can assign here and switch between the gun and drone settings, and all of this available for you to optimize it for the best run. Now you have a great degree of settings to play around with. The most important thing is the controls for the keyboard and mouse in the controller to be able to optimize it for comfort for yourself, to make sure you just do your best when you actually go and try to beat the global leaderboard, or just do well in general. In terms of languages, these are the ones who are supported as of the time of making this review. Now when it comes to graphics, what you see here by the way is running on ultra highest graphics settings on PC. These are the system requirements for PC. Yeah, this game doesn't cut corners. It wants to look amazing like the next gen type of twin stick shooter, and it does. It really shows. Yes, compared to other popular games in the genre, it definitely looks next gen. The visual fidelity more reminded me of Returnal on the PlayStation 5. Now, all of that wouldn't be amazing if the music and sound effects weren't great, and I can tell you that the music is amazing. By the way, this is full orchestral score and also very immersive sound design. So when I played it, I really felt like I'm kind of in the machine zone in the Matrix movie. Really, it just felt so elevating and just exciting, just to make the gameplay more exciting to play. Now, as of the time of making this video, the game doesn't support online co-op. Here you can see me just playing with myself using the controller and keyboard and mouse in the other hand. I'm sure many will want this feature, we'll see how it goes in the future. As of now, there isn't. So there is the campaign, 7 stages with different difficulties, and there is the arcade mode. You can see that this game, based on the stats you can see for each difficulty here on the right, you can see that it was built to challenge players and skill players to try to break their score, the highest score, and also conquer the leaderboard. And trust me, hard, it's pretty hard. You don't get any power-ups here in the game, so it really builds on your own skill and being able to optimize your build for the run to maximize your efficiency and just do well and get a higher score. And I think the replay value comes to that, especially in the arcade mode, where you need to just become better. You don't have any power-ups, it just makes something very easy, and you can really get a big chunk of score by just being lucky. The UI also beautifully shows you the score as you accumulate new ones. As you can see at the top right corner, you can see the streaks that you get. Again, higher streak, higher score. If, for example, I'm using a wider spread, again, depends on the different stage that I'm playing. Sometimes I prefer, and I can switch between them, a wider spread, sometimes a shorter spread, or just shooting straight. You can aim, by the way, if you shoot a bit in an angular direction. Here I'm shooting missiles, as you can see, so I'm putting more into the weapons, so I can actually shoot more missiles. So I'm changing when I get extra and I'm already full of shield, I'm putting more into the weapons so I can shoot missiles. If your orca, your spaceship, loses the shield, you can get one hit, but the second hit will eliminate you. Now, easy difficulty is easier. I have 3 lives, as you can see, the red triangles. So if I get knocked out, I still have 2 lives remaining. You can see here I'm losing 1 life. I still have 2 more. So in a hard difficulty, you shouldn't make lots of mistakes, otherwise you're gonna wipe out. And the same goes to the arcade game mode. However, remember, you can play with a friend in co-op. So, by the way, if you look at the controls, you can actually see revive option. I'm yet to play with another player, however, this significantly increases your chances for survival, so it seems. Now, because I'm enjoying so much, the game is so much fun, I really wanted to have more upgrades, more and more. A lengthy maybe a campaign, and also having lots of upgrades for the ship, and power-ups, maybe roguelike elements, but keep in mind, this game is just not this game. This game is staying loyal to the classics. Some of the boss fight felt a bit, I don't know, a bit awkward and clunky at times when it comes to avoiding getting hit. Sometimes you need to just stick to a corner instead of doing crazy maneuvers. Something with the boss fight felt that is not fully satisfying for me as I wished. Also, I felt because the guns are relatively limited, I really wanted, for example, to just wipe with the laser all these little ones. Get this satisfaction. I just couldn't. I didn't have these capabilities, nor I can get it any way. So basically I wanted more of a lot of things, but the game again is made to be like a game I'm gonna play in the arcades. And because so many things are done well, it feels like a missed opportunity in a way. If just this game was in a bigger scale, with more things. Now I can already see many have split opinions about this game for sure, because the game more catered to core fans, while potentially will put some players or more casual players alienated from this game because they're searching for some features that the game doesn't have. And listen carefully, it took me 9 hours to start appreciating how amazing this game is. To both learn to appreciate what actually was done here and of course get a bit of the addiction that I had of current genres. And at that point, everything just came together and suddenly all the things that I mentioned before were suddenly fading away, the things that I complained about. Everything just felt like an interstellar dance, so satisfying, everything connected together, the visual, the music, the combat. At this point, and it took some time, the enjoyment for the classic twin-stick shooter from the arcade days was reignited. What other twin-stick shooters failed to do, this one accomplished. And I felt like a kid again in the arcade days in the early 90s, like they modernized my childhood basically. And by the way, the boss fights are actually something minor. The thing is that most of the fun is actually in the in-between. Because again, what holds the game is not the boss fights, it is chaotic ballet of bullets where survival is the ultimate performance. So overall, CYGNI all guns blazing masterfully preserve the simplicity of classic arcade shooters, crafting a super fun gameplay loop that proves less is often more, reminding us why we fell in love with these games in the first place. Thanks for watching.